Hello everybody and welcome back to Sagevivor. In this episode, I took our castaways on a little vacation to Sage's Motel of Horrors. And I used motel and hotel interchangeably in this because, well, it was just a shithole place to go. So, I threw them all in there. The way the challenge works is I took everybody out of their tribes. I threw them into the hotel. They could talk to each other while they were inside the hotel, but once you were outside of the hotel, you would not be able to speak to anybody that was still inside the hotel. So there was lots of time to talk to each other, maybe share some tea. But the point of the hotel was to check out as soon as possible. Last person staying stuck in the hotel would be stuck there and force their tribe to go to tribal council. So let's see how everybody felt about my hotel.
Alright, so last night was hell. I was forcibly checked into Sage's Motel of Horrors, and he said it was going to be torturous, and he wasn't lying. It was literally the worst experience so far playing this game, and like everyone was really excited because once you got in, they were like, oh, you can DM anyone in the hotel with you. So I was getting like flooded with DMs, and it was very distracting. So I was struggling, and then with the stupid clues, like I just don't know how those work. Like I was trying for some of them, but I just could not get them. And then like the one Snow got with the secret password thing, I don't know where that came from. That makes absolutely no sense to me. I'm like flabbergasted, like I have no idea. So I was just like, I'm gonna lose this. I was like actually really devastated. I thought I was gonna lose the challenge for my team, and I just felt like awful, like so bad and so distraught and defeated. Like that's the key word. I felt so defeated already, like 2 hours into the thing. And then they were like, there's no clues left. And I'm like, now I'm stuck here all night. But I was hanging out with Moonlight because she was still in the hotel with me. And we were chatting and like trying to encourage each other and stuff and like strategizing for the situation going on with her team and stuff. And she was really nice. She's like, yo, you can't let this game take over your life. Like, go to bed. And I was like, you're right. Just take the midnight shift and just get that last, exit out that I'm sure they're going to send in the middle of the night, which, when I woke up in the morning, I saw she got, so I was happy for her. So yeah, it was just like really painful. So I went to bed probably at like 2 a.m. after talking to her. And then my husband gets up early in the morning. So I woke up at like 6:45 and I was like, okay, I know Sage said he was gonna be up at like 7 to check to see if there was gonna be any like swaps or something. I was like, okay, so I need to be up around 7. And I got up at 6:45 and I'm like literally brushing my teeth. It's like 6:52 and I have my phone with the Discord just there and I have it copy pasted into my bar ready to go, and I'm just watching it, making sure my phone doesn't fall asleep as I'm brushing my teeth, and literally he sends it at 6:52 and I'm like, and I hit it right away, and then half a second later Craig hits it. I was like, oh my god, I'm finally free. I am free. And I mean I was so freaking relieved. I felt bad for Craig because I didn't indicate that I was awake at all. I didn't message that group at all. I just kind of let it go, and he definitely didn't know. I mean, he probably didn't know I was awake, and I just beat him to it, and he's a good sport. He was like, yo, good job, and I was like, thanks, good luck, and I got out of there, and I have never felt so much like joy. That's an exaggeration, but I was like really freaking relieved. So then that left Donnie, and then Donnie eventually escaped on a riddle, so that's great. So like our team pretty much was the first ones completely out. And now Sage has just announced that whatever team is going to elimination. So we are officially in the clear with immunity. Can I also just say, Snowy is wildin'. What is he doing? He is so reckless. I wonder if his team is on the same page with him or if he's just jumping in. I feel like he's just jumping back into the hotel to get the advantages without talking with his team. He's just like, I'm just gonna go, because he was just going so fast, and I don't know, it just feels very Snowy. He's cute and all, but I would be like, Snowy, please stop. But it looked like he got out every time, so that's good. At least he's good at escaping the hotel. That's all my update for now. So
spectators, I have returned from tribal council and it is now day 7. I have barely avoided being voted out since I surprisingly got a vote from Alex. Luckily, The rest of my tribe voted him out, so I now have an extra vote to use at my disposal. I have no idea what challenge Sage has prepared for us, though, so I'll have to wait and see. Oh god, what's happening? Help, Sage is dragging me and the rest of my tribe into a white van to a dirty motel. Stop him.
Greetings, it's Mia again, confessional, because I didn't post it earlier and I put it off for a while. Anyways, I'm here to talk about what happened today, and what happened today was we got put in a little hotel of horrors and all that stuff, and I got out pretty fast last night. I got out one of the first ones actually because I did a little secret exit thing, which, happy for that. And then I kind of had a realization that Dave isn't exactly close to his computer a lot, and he kind of has trouble keeping up with that type of stuff. So I was like, let me just swap in for him and all that stuff. So I swapped in for him and I went back in, and Kali got out and stuff. And then, by the way, Sage, really great for you, putting in that incentive to make people swap in and a possible advantage after I already had swapped in. Fantastic. And then I ended up getting screwed over a little bit because I had to take that deal to try and save my tribe a little bit of immunity, so I can no longer vote at the next tribal. Yippee! Anyways, moving on. The good thing is, at least, that Donut has found an advantage on spot number 100 on the board that allows them to, what do you call? Give an extra vote and do all extra voting stuff. Which is good, because in the case that in the next tribal I need to vote and I can't vote, Donut can just put a vote down for me. And then if I don't need to, then we just have an extra vote. Woo! So that's that. Other than that, pretty unremarkable. I talked a little bit with James. I talked a little bit with Snowy, of course, with Craig. So James, Craig, Snowy, those are my three on the other tribes that I feel like I can rely on a little bit. So we're trying to do that. Of course, I also, to be completely honest, I did get a sight of some of the other alliances, so I know a little bit of what's going on there. Not a ton. Some of them weren't, I couldn't even see the chat or whatever, but some of them, unfortunately, I could see the members that were in it before it got, closed off. So it wasn't my, intention to go look at it, but it just kind of happened since I didn't know what was going on. So I know that a little bit, and yeah. Say hi to Megan. Hi, Megan. Okay, bye.
To my third confessional. So much has happened since the last confession, I guess. We ended up losing the flag challenge, which was big sad, big bull, but it is what it is. And we had another challenge, which was probably the hardest challenge yet, and it was a lot, and yeah. So anyway, a lot of tea. Let's talk about it. Okay, so we lost the flag challenge mostly because of Chelsea just poo-pooed on our flag. And I think it's mostly because she was mad and I happened to be on the team that was the same team as she was on initially before the scramble. So I think it was just kind of anger, which is alright. But a lot of people were really mad, especially Mia. She just fucking went ham on Chelsea, which I super respect her for. It made me really, really like Mia, and I already liked her, so that was super awesome and badass. Hopefully that gets into the videos or whatever. The fifth challenge was the Sage's Motel of Horrors, or Hotel of Horrors. I don't know what the heck he called it. I probably was the one that enjoyed it the most out of everybody. Everyone else was super mad, super stressed, and I kind of have developed a mindset probably from the get-go that I'm just happy to be here, and what happens will happen. I'm not going to stress about this kind of stuff because I just want to enjoy it. And so I really just wasn't worried. Okay, that's not true. I was worried because I didn't really want to be the reason my team went to tribal, because I was 95% sure if I was, I'd probably be the one that's out. But basically, I just was happy, and I thought it was really hilarious because everyone was stressed and everyone was yelling at each other, and I'm just sitting back and just enjoying being able to talk to the other people in the other tribes. I got to finally talk to Daphne, which was amazing. I got a conversation with Craig and Snowy. I really like them both, and I don't know how it's pronounced, the name. I watched the video of his introduction, but I don't remember how he pronounced it. But it's Vinicio. It's the French Canadian. It's super funny. Got to talk to him too. And it was really nice. I think Snowy is probably my favorite from, all those people that I talked to. Just because he's so silly and he's just so much, and I loved it. It was just like, the whole conversation was hilarious. I will take some pictures and send them in my confessional so you guys can see the conversations. But oh my god, he was just so much, and it was such an amazing energy, and I loved it. I know a lot of people are like, Snowy's crazy, because he kept going back into the hotel, and everyone just talked to him, says he's like a little bananas, which is accurate, but also I loved it. I thought it was great. So I'm hoping that if I make it to the other merge or whatever, and we get our group switch around again, whatever happens, I hope I get to talk to him again, because he was just so funny. Had a great conversation with Craig. I think Craig is a really sweet guy. Probably has a lot of good cards in the game. Talked a little bit to Daphne about strategy, and she kind of vouched for Craig a little bit. Mia told us when she came back that there was a plan between Snowy, Craig, and one other person, I don't remember who, to get Chase out if they go to tribal, which they did, and they also did that. So that makes me really confident in Mia. I already was pretty confident in Mia. Like, I gained a lot of respect for her after she just like fucking threw shade on Chelsea. Like, she went ham. It was amazing. In every opportunity that she's gotten, she's been incredibly honest and very forthcoming on information, which I feel like is only something I and her have done in the group. Like, I've always, when people ask me what I'm going to do or how I feel, I pretty much tell them straight up my actual feelings on anything, even if it differs from theirs, because I don't really like playing games or being fake, which I guess isn't really good for a game. I want to be myself, and I don't mind being honest and being like, yeah, this is how I feel, this is who I'm going to vote for. I've really connected with Mia a lot. I think she has taken the place of Nova in my personal alliance for me. I don't know if Mia feels the same way. I don't know if Nova feels the same way, but for me personally, I think Mia is probably the top section of people that I trust and want to continue the game with. In terms of Nova, I don't know. I've been getting really suspicious of him. I think he is playing the fence a little too much, and I feel like he was being really honest with me at the beginning, but isn't being honest, isn't sharing any information, is being super on the fence, and is only kind of answering questions after someone else has answered, and then copying that answer basically. And it just is not sitting well with me. Like I said, I know this is a game. I know it's a really good strat to be kind of on the fence, to kind of be agreeable, right? And do very little to rise any interest in yourself. But I just don't really like it. I think it's kind of suspicious and sneaky, and it makes me feel like he isn't on my side, and it makes me feel like I can't really trust him, and that he will throw me under the bus if he has the opportunity. So in terms of my feelings for the team, Mia is probably the top, and then maybe Dave, then Nova, then Donut. And really hope we don't go to tribal before we get switched again. Hopefully we get switched again soon, but I doubt it. But it'd be nice. It'd be really cool. I'd be pretty happy about that. So overall, I'm feeling a little more pressure. I'm feeling a little bit more exhausted since I was before. I think the game has really taken a toll on me. It's a lot of work, it's a lot of pressure, it's a lot of drama, and it's a lot of deceit, and I really hate that. But I'll stick it out because I think there's a lot of good people in here still, and there's a lot of good people that are being honest and true like I'm trying to be. So I think that makes it worth it. We will see. But yeah, overall, crazy sauce. I can't even imagine what's gonna happen next. I'm excited, I'm hopeful, and I am also kind of tired and nervous. So just a lot of emotions today, a lot. Anyway, we will see what happens next, but other than that, let's keep playing.
Very episode 4 confessional. You said the last episode was, or the last confessional was episode 2, ignore that mistake. So not really too much to say here. Me, Rosie, Gumby, Daphne. That 4 is still the alliance that like Donnie. I still like is the person I want out. Like if we go to travel. Link, I haven't talked to all too much. Like a little bit, not much game. But then we go to the competition. I love this competition. It's my favorite so far of the season, and it was kind of funny. I don't know if you guys could see, but like I said I was going to bed at like 10:07, and then he faked. I was like gonna be awake for the next like until 10:15, so I was like faking people out to see if I could like catch them off guard. So then Sage fakes me out at like 10:11 roughly. And so I say after that I'm going to bed, or am I? And then Sage does the check-in, and I do escape right before I'm about to go to bed. Amazing. And second person to escape overall, second person on my tribe. Love that. Our tribe won immunity. Pretty happy about all of that. And honestly, like, sorry, that's honestly like about it. As always, ignore how I look. Allergies are horrible right now. But yeah, I'll be here for episode 5. We won immunity again. That's great. But like, yeah, that's all I have to say right now. And I'll be back in a few days, weeks. I don't know what this upload schedule is, but see ya.
All right. So today was pretty uneventful for me. Well, game-wise at least. Real life, I took care of some stuff to publish a D1 hockey schedule. That's pretty cool. We're getting there. It's like, should be very bright. And this way. That's better. So moving along, I was on a bus for several hours today, as I went traveling with our university's track program to help cover them at their conference championship meets. Didn't expect to be traveling this week until about a couple days ago, so it kind of been a short notice thing. I'll be leaving on Friday, so if you're watching this in the future, that's 2 nights here, and then head back, which is whatever. Assuming that my tribe mates can pull out a win in this challenge and get the next day off, I have nothing to worry about. But if they lose, might get interesting. Just at that point, it's just throw a vote on James and hope that everyone else sticks with the buffer vote. Doesn't want to turn it on me. I hope people like me. Apparently there are a bunch of alliances that got accidentally potentially exposed. I didn't see any of it because I didn't have Wi-Fi at the time, but all I know is I'm not in any of those, which is kind of concerning at this point in the game, that no one's asked me to be in an alliance with them. Well, outside of Seth, but we don't talk about that. I'm getting caught up on the rest going on in the game from what I've seen. It's like the other tribe voted out Alex, which, I mean, I don't want to toot my own horn, but episode 1, I kind of called that. Just saying, I said he'd go early, and what do you know, I was right. Anyway, I'm sitting out of this challenge since I'm away, and I've been sequestered from all my tribe mates until they return. So, just nothing really going on. I'm just gonna chill out, probably watch some YouTube videos, go to bed, and hope for the best. And hopefully they can pull one out for me.
Okay, so I know he's probably doing it because he wants the advantage, and man, like if something goes down and we lose because of this, like we're already like at risk so badly. I hope he knows what he's doing. I hope the advantage is worth it. But man, Snowy, oh my god, like I'm a mixture of like mad and like I find it funny, but like not, I don't know, it's such mixed feelings. Like I'm so stressed about this challenge and I want to go to bed, but oh my god. Snowy, why did you do this? I mean, if we get through this, if we get out and get the advantage, it would be all worth it. But man, I am so nervous and I'm probably gonna fall asleep soon. It's almost midnight.
Alright, this is episode 3, part 1, my confessionals. Man, this day kind of got pretty crazy the more I got into it. I took the beginning of today just as a mental break for myself because I've been on Discord a lot lately. I just need some time for myself. I did tune in towards the end of today, just before the vote was revealed. And I figured out Alex was voted off. When I heard this, I didn't really care much about it. He was inactive, he wasn't a big part of anything. So, it was mostly just like a worthless tribal. Yeah. But the twist, what the fuck am I saying? The motel twist was crazy. And I think it made it even crazier that some alliances were leaked in the process on accident. I know it wasn't the host's intention to do that, but I do think it'll have some impact on the game, and I am going to talk about that a little bit towards the end because something kind of wild happened. In terms of the challenge though, my goal, what I wanted to do was just wait it out as long as possible, just because this is the only time you're going to get to talk to every single person, like all at once. So I was really going for my social game here, just trying to talk to everyone as much as possible. Kind of just trying to reaffirm all the alliances I made in my old tribe. At the same time, talk to new people, make sure we're in good. And also, I have to talk to people on my own tribe because they're my tribe. They're the ones that are going to decide to vote me out or keep me in. So yeah, today was, the past couple hours have been crazy for me. But ultimately though, I decided enough was enough, and I decided to just go after the challenge, and I ended up being the first person from my tribe getting out of the motel. So yeah, props for me. I think I'm showing my worth to the tribe and challenges, because I am doing the best challenges so far, I feel like. Especially since I made an entire flag last time, so hopefully people see my efforts. Hopefully. Besides that though, I am a little concerned that the 3-person alliance I was a part of that I just made, the I forgot the name of the fucking alliance. But it's me, Snowy, and Craig. I do know that part. So yeah, I'm hoping people don't think too much of it. People don't see us as like a 3-person alliance or like a trio. I'm assuming it won't. I don't think it will, but you never know in this game. Anyways, what made today very, very interesting wasn't just that, but it was also what someone on my tribe told me, and it was a lot. Basically, here's the story. Vince comes up to me, talk about what happened with the alliance being leaked, and then out of the blue, he comes up to me, tells me, hey, Snowy and Craig are these huge social threats. They were controlling the other tribe before we swapped. They know all the information, this, that, blah, 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 blah. And I'm going with it, you know. He's also trying to work with me. He's like, we gotta do this together, even though we haven't talked much before this. Our conversations haven't been the best. And then out of nowhere, during this, he just comes up to me, talks to me about it. Found that a little strange. Anyways, at first he's trying to say, oh, we should go after them, and then after is like, you know what, I think it's just something to like keep in mind, like maybe later we take action on that kind of stuff. And on top of that, he's telling me like, don't tell anyone about this. I swear, bro, it'd be a terrible idea to tell Snowy and Craig this. So yeah, that was a really interesting conversation. Also, reason why I decided to get out of the competition, because I needed time just to think about what the fuck was happening. Like, seriously. But yeah, I'm honestly, my main, like, logic, like, reasoning, thinking right now is just, he had to have seen the alliance, right? Like, he must have seen our 3-person alliance, been like, okay, if those 3 are tight, that means that I'm not in the majority, I could be going home. He was probably in self-preservation mode. That's my best guess. So he comes up to me, tries to flip me onto them, or just cause doubt in my mind about them. I don't know what his goal was. I think it's also like very suspicious that it happened 2 hours after our alliance was leaked. Like, why didn't he do this before? I don't know. I honestly don't know. So yeah, I mean, because he's telling me this is his music to my ears, like, at the beginning of the swap, I was like so concerned I was going home, that I was swap screwed, and now I have all the power to send Vincenzo home. I have all the power to me. Like, I'm not, because of this information he's giving me, I'm not going home. That's just a fact. I'm not going home. I have the power to either take out Snowy with Vincenzo, if I want to, or I can just tell Snowy and Craig what he said about them and then take out Vincenzo. Either way, I'm safe. 2 very good possibilities for me, and it's all in my control, so nice to have. I was gonna say something, I forgot, but yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards keeping Craig and Snow just because they are my alliance, but I don't know, Vince has definitely opened my eyes to the fact that it's not just me playing the game, there's other people playing the game. And I've noticed that, like, yeah, I guess they actually are pretty big social threats, at least in my opinion, Snowy is the most. So I definitely do see that, but I don't think it's time right now to take out any big threats. Currently, I hope we don't go to trial council, but if we do, I am 99% sure I'm gonna send Vincenzo packing. Don't think it was too smart of him to do that to me, because I don't think he'd be going home either way, but because to me right now it seems like Chase is the least active on our trial. I honestly think he would have gone home. Anyways, this is it. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.
I think everybody liked the hotel. I think it went over really well. I think everybody enjoyed it. So, Yagomate ended up losing because 2 of their members were still stuck in the hotel after Snowy jumped back into the hotel after every little piece of bait that I gave him. He enjoyed it. But they're going to tribal council, so let's go ahead and see how they're all feeling about that tribal council and what's about to go down. But first, there's this interesting little moment on Vakadevdra that I wanted to show.
And on top of that, it seems like even when I try to talk to people, they just like sort of shrug me off. I think they've just like agreed to not talk to me whatsoever. Like not even try it. Or maybe they just think it's like not even worth trying because I'm inactive. Either way, it's really annoying. It makes it hard to even improve the situation at all. And so I'm just hoping I find like an idol or something for when I go to tribal, which it's rough out here. But yeah, like I sent Daphne some really big, like, you know, lengthy messages with some good stuff in them. She didn't respond at all. So if I get an idol, I'm idling her ass out. Do not care. Like, fake as fuck. Yeah.
Okay, so initially I was thinking about, you know, if it did come down to us in tribal in the next competition or so, that maybe Link would be just the easy vote off because he hasn't been active, and, you know, there's a part of me that doesn't want to cause any like turbulence now, but I think I might have to, because I'm now like sympathizing with like the whole inactivity aspect as to why he hasn't been on lately, and especially how he has been reaching out to Daphne and how Daphne hasn't really been like giving him the time of day essentially and like responding to him, which kind of sucks because I've kind of been in that boat before where like, you know, I want to get like conversations going with people about the game, but then like they're just ignoring me because like A, they're targeting me, or B, I was just like working all day and just didn't like, just wasn't active as others, or as active as I should be. So there's that. Also right now I'm in a freaking sleep lab room with a camera on me, and it's kind of weird having to record this like when I'm not at my house. So I think this might be like the last voice update until like later tomorrow in the evening. So
I'm gonna keep it short and sweet, but like basically we lost the challenge because of me and because of Craig. This challenge, I think it was one of the worst days of my life, to be honest. I was so scared, I was sleep deprived, I was lonely, I was paranoid. Before the challenge, that's when I told James about all the tea about Snowy and Craig. So when the challenge started and James got out, we couldn't DM each other because the people that were in couldn't DM the people that were out of the hotel, and James got out pretty early. So that made me really paranoid because I couldn't even text him. After I spilled all the tea, I'm ready to keep this one-on-one with him if he's not writing me out. Now the plan seems to be Chase, because, you know, he's less active. We're all pretty active and we're all like pretty having a great team bond, I say. The tribe says Chase, right? But in the back of my mind, there still could be a potential three-way alliance between Snowy, Craig, and James. Because I know I have a three-way alliance with Snowy and Craig, but maybe they could have more alliance than we think. You know, Snowy and Craig, they are sneaky, and I know it, and I know they're pretty social with everybody in the tribe chats. So, you know, that makes me cautious, and that makes me like alert, and my senses are alerted, and for now it's Chase, but maybe they could plan something else, the three of them. I don't know, but who knows? You know, oh my god, the ghost is back. I feel like I need to pray. I need to just pray for this one, because if I try to do something with Moonlight and Chase, I'm gonna like backstab my whole alliance. Moonlight is slowly becoming my number one. I've told her about my concerns about the three boys. You know, for now we figured that we should go for Chase to avoid potential targets if we make another plan, you know? Maybe that makes me one of the dumbest players. Maybe this is a dumb decision, you know? So I really need to have trust in Snowy and Craig and hope that James didn't rat me out. If he did, I won't be mad, because that was my gameplay and I did what I thought was needed and I don't regret it. Okay.
Hello again. I decided to do a video this time. Basically, little update. Challenge went fine, I guess. It wasn't really that interesting. I kind of did go back quite a few times. First time I got an idol gate, which, I mean, if I know where the idols are, obviously it's important. And the next time I went for 2 extra clues, which was useless, which I don't really like. Outside of the challenge, tribal, very easy. Like, I've got my 4 with Moonlight, Craig and Vincenzo, and then I've got my trio on the side with Craig and James. So basically I'm with everyone at this point, which I mean is good. I don't want to get ahead of myself and think that I'm like invincible, but on this tribe I kind of am. Outside of that, please cut that out. But outside of that, I managed to talk to Carly, I think, on the challenge. She's really nice. Obviously, social threat. Daphne, yeah, I mean, she's in a good alliance of 4 on the other tribe, which is kind of bad, especially because it's not with Link. And I kind of think that if I do meet up with Link again, I can like work with him, because I think I'm the only person on that tribe that actually connected with him. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep getting my social game on and not get ahead of myself. I need to start quieting down a bit and then analysing everyone else so that I'm not the shield, basically. But yeah, not much. But I lost my vote. But it's fine, because it's a unanimous vote. But yeah, that's my confession.
Alright, so it is currently 10 past midnight for me. If you can't tell by looking, I am exhausted. It's been a long day. I was at a track meet all day in the sun, which was actually quite nice since I'm used to living in a very cold environment up in Michigan, UP. Things went well in real life. Can't say the same for the game. Lost the challenge. I mean, I didn't really contribute to that. I sat out. I was a sit out because of my busy schedule, and honestly, looking back, I probably could have competed and gotten out of that hotel probably early in the morning, when Daphne got out, because I was up at 6:30, and we didn't leave the hotel to go to the track meet until about noon. I think I went down to the lobby at like 11:30 to start help loading food and stuff onto the bus and snack on lunch stuff, or make a sandwich, whatever. But it wouldn't have mattered anyway, because we had 2 people get stuck in there, and even if I played and did that, it wouldn't have made a difference. We'd still be end up here right where we're at now. So we gotta move forward. From what I've heard, it's probably gonna be James. Unfortunate situation for him coming out of the swap. It is what it is, which is a shame, because I actually kind of like the guy. It's actually one of some of my better conversations have been with James, which make me very sad to see him go, but if nothing can be done about it, I'm not gonna stand in the way of it. And it's what it is. Sorry, blame the bots, whatever. But I'm also nervous, because while I'm currently on the road, my ability to communicate with my tribe mates is severely affected. A little meta here, but Sage is probably very familiar with when I played Aurora's All-Stars with him, and I traveled during that. Yeah, and yeah, that's what it's like. So I'm at the mercy of when I have Wi-Fi available to me, and my mobile app is very screwy. I can actually show you real quick if you want. Just for shits and giggles. Sorry if I sound so monotone, I'm just super tired. Alright, here is me opening my phone. I'm gonna open the Discord app on my phone. It's connecting, and it crashes. My mobile app has been like this since November. I don't know what the cause. It used to be worse. It used to not open whatsoever, and then I got an update to allow it to at least show me it for 2 seconds or so. But I can't rely on it. But at the very least, I can see notifications pop up, and I can push stuff outward through like photo sharing directly into Discord. But we make it work. Hopefully things don't get thrown at me. I'm feeling good about Moon. I'm feeling really good about Craig and Snowy and them. And just hope that I can survive this round. And if not, well, that'll suck, because sorry for putting my career above a Discord game show. But at the same time, this is my pitch. My job gets much easier after this. And I return to normal, and they've seen what my normal activity levels are. And they know that I'm willing to contribute to challenges. And by the time the next challenge rolls around, I'll be fully available. I have the day off anyway. It's Saturday, so just gotta make it through tomorrow and hope for the best. Alright, hopefully this isn't the last time you're hearing from me, Odison, because some BS beyond my control, but I'm not gonna stress over something that's out of my control. So, we'll see.
Okay, so it's very hard to ignore compromised chat information. Like, it really sucks. Like, Sage, it is okay. We know you didn't mean it, and you're doing really well as a host and everything, but it's just hard to kind of... You can't really unknow information, and you just got to play with what you know. So unfortunately, Vince told me that there is an alliance with Snowy, James, and Craig, which is a bit surprising because I thought I was really tight with Snowy and Craig. I don't know if this is some fake alliance. If it is, they haven't told me about it. Even when, like, James was like, oh, there's these secret alliance, like, there's these alliances, and told me about, like, some donut sprinkles one, which must have been from the other tribe. And then he told me about the Set is a Rat one, which is really, really funny, which Vinny ended up telling me was him, Craig, and Snowy, maybe? I can't remember who he said it was, but he told me about that. But now I'm actually freaking out because now just like James and Chase know about the secret like alliance too, because if this screws us over, that's gonna like really suck really badly. But yeah, anyway, Vince is freaking out. He's very, very paranoid. He wants us to stick together, which is only natural. I'm trying to debate whether it is a good idea, because in the end I kind of want James out. I want James out because that will guarantee someone from the other tribe going out. It will guarantee that the Alliance 2 is sticking together, at least for now. But the other option could try to get Chase out. I don't overly want to, but that would be better than getting me and Vinny. That would be better than me or Vinny getting out. There's also the fact that I have my idol, which I keep forgetting I have, because Vince told me that, if I find an idol on the grid, I would tell you, and I have found an idol on the grid, and I have not told him, and it's not because I don't want to, I'm just very nervous, I'm very paranoid, with all these leaks and everything going on. I feel like I don't know anything like I thought I did, but I feel like for now, because especially not having the idol for all that long, that maybe it's best just to keep it to myself. To keep it to myself and kind of just play it, hopefully one day at a time if I'm here long enough. Because I'm worried a few different things is going to happen. I'm going to get eliminated with the idol. I'm going to use it wrong. I'm going to tell the wrong person. I'll use it on the wrong person and then I'll get out. Like, it really sucks. I actually hate having this responsibility of an idol because I did not expect it. I did not expect to find one so soon. I did not expect to find a full idol. Like, I thought it was going to be just pieces of, like, an idol. But Vince really wants us to hopefully team up with Chase, but because the idea I had was, oh, like me and Chase, and I could probably get Snowy and outside, but then he's like playing both sides, and that's like right in the middle for him. But if me, Vince, and Snowy have something, I just hope we can pull it off. Like, I hope we can pull it off, because like, all we could do is, if we stick with the alliance lines, the four of us can get through. Like, that's all I really want, is the four of us. Like, I love James, I love Chase, but like, I really want to stay like alliance strong, like with this, because we have the power to like do that. So I am very, very scared of going to elimination, because it could go so many different ways. I could go, Vinny could go, Chase could go, James could go. I feel like Snowy is in a really good spot. I don't think he's gonna go. I don't think Craig will go either. It just really, like, it sucks that I'm on the outside. Like, I feel like I'm on the outside. So, trying to work out a plan that, like, maybe try to see what Snowy thinks of Vince, and then create an alliance, but not doing too quick after the challenge ends. Otherwise, it'll be kind of sus. When James was telling me about the alliances that he saw, I didn't tell him that I know about the trio he has. I don't know if that was the right choice. I could have said something. I don't actually know if playing dumb was actually a good idea now that I think about it, because at least if I said something, he would have known and they would have scrambled, but then that could also be a bad move, because that might mean they'll target me even more. It sucks. This is like such a great tribe to be on. Everyone's pretty active, but I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, and I didn't even tell Daphne about the idol when I had the chance to tell her, because she's definitely someone I would have wanted to tell, but then I'm like, oh, I better just keep it to myself, because that way it's just kind of better, I guess. I don't know. It sucks. But yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to not let this leaked tribes alliance stuff get to me, but unfortunately it has, because Vince told me about it and he was very excited to tell me, or I don't know what excited is the right word. He was very nervous too, I guess, because now he's freaking out. And I know this is his first org, and I don't want... One of the reasons why I didn't want to tell him about the idol is because it's his first org. I didn't want him to scramble. I didn't want him to spill the beans. I didn't want him to pressure me to use it wrong. He's also, like, younger. He's, like, 18, so, like, teenager. And, like, you know, I just don't want him going too hard at this and just pressuring me to use an idol, but I guess we'll see what happens. Yeah, I don't know. I just gotta have faith in my tribe, faith in the alliance. Hopefully I can just cook up something if it comes to that. But yeah, hopefully it goes well. I don't know. I don't even know if talking about the compromise alliance chats is a good thing. I don't even know like how many people saw what, but it just really sucks, I guess. But
what is up, guys? I always forget what episode it is, but this is episode 3, part 2 of my confessionals. And yeah, this is interesting. I'll say that. Basically, tried my best in the comp. I was the first person on my tribe to be able to escape the motel. I'm proud about that, but our tribe still didn't end up winning. So all those efforts for nothing. We're going to tribe. So yeah, not the best feeling in the world. My first real tribal where I'm possibly in danger. So not the best feeling, but I'll get into it. First off, before we get into that, I think it's important to note that I don't really trust Snow anymore. I mean, like, I talk to him a lot, I vibe with him pretty well, but I honestly think he has those same connections and talks the same with everybody. I think he's just like a huge social threat. And on top of that, he definitely has like a million advantages. I know from the first challenge, he got immunity, which was scrolling for 5. And if he got scrolling for 5, he definitely got at least another scroll. Because he's kind of a great person. During this challenge, we saw he went back 2 different times. First time for an advantage, second time for 2 extra clues for the idol. I think that's kind of sketchy. Like, you really like do that to your tribe, put them in danger. And then he was like saying like, oh, I was doing it because Craig and Vince were offline. I was trying to buy time. Like, bro, no, you weren't. You were trying to get the advantage. Be real. Let's be real. But yeah, I mean, I kind of expected him to like at least tell me what the advantage was, because everyone in my tribe knows he got the advantage, and I asked him twice, and he kind of just deflected it. I'm like, bro, for real, like I thought we were close, I thought we were tight, but maybe we're not. I don't know. But yeah, going in this tribal, I thought I had my vote. I'm gonna be honest, I really thought I had my vote, but because of the advantage I've gotten from challenge 1, which was bank a vote, you have to bank 2 of your votes from the first 2 tribals in order for it to work. And since I banked my vote from the last tribal, I have no option but I'm forced to bank my vote this tribal, which kind of sucks. Did not know that. I kind of just assumed it was like how it was in a TV show, where you bank it for one tribal, you get it for the next. Ugh. Yeah, I assumed it was like it was in a TV show where you'd bank it the first time, and then after that you're good, you get the extra vote. But in Sagevivor, it doesn't work like that, so I have no vote in a tribal I'm like possibly going home at. It's kind of weird, but I've been doing my work around camp. I've been talking as much as possible to everybody. And I'm honestly like I'm gonna say 80% confident that Chase is going home. He seems like the more inactive, like he doesn't get along with everyone as well, the person, so yeah, I think that's interesting. He's going, hopefully, fingers crossed, and that's about it. I mean, yeah, Chase is, I mean, I would vote Chase, but I don't have a vote. Besides that, though, after this vote, I think the dynamics on our tribe will get very, very interesting. The way I see it, Vince and Moonlight are kind of like by themselves, kind of. And you have Craig and Snowy are very close. Like, I think it's obvious to me at this point that those 2 are a duo. And at first I was like, these two dudes are like the chillest people. These are people like I see myself working with. But now that I realize that they're working with everybody, are they really like an ally? Really fucking trust? It's like, I don't think they are. Craig seems like a person, but Snowy, I don't think I trust him anymore. Even though we talk a lot, just like, I don't know if I can do it. I want to trust him. I really do want to trust him. It's just I don't think I can, given everything that's happened in the game. It's just, I don't know. So yeah. After this vote, I mean, I've been talking with Vince a lot. I'm glad I did not rat out Vince to Snowy and Craig. I'm glad I didn't, because I think working with Vince right now is a perfect option for me. Because Snowy and Craig are huge threats online. They're really great social players. I think taking them farther along isn't going to help me too much. They're just going to be in my way, kind of. Yeah. I think working with Vince is a good idea. The only problem is Moonlight. I don't know where Moonlight stands. She doesn't talk too much strategy unless I bring up the strategy to her. She seems more like here for the ride and like to meet everybody and stuff. So it'll be interesting. If we go to trial again after this, which I really hope we don't, that's kind of worst case scenario if we do. My plan is get an alliance of me, Vince, Moonlight, blindside Snowy. That would be the goal. That's kind of what I have to put into motion, starting kind of now, really. Just in case that ever happens, because you never know. Our tribe kind of sucks at challenges, so we shouldn't have won the first one, to be honest with you. So I kind of have to just work my social game so hard to the point where I have that as an option. But also, like, I also want to keep my option open with Craig and Snowy. Like, I don't know what they would do. The part that scares me about them is, like, I don't know what they're gonna do if we do go to travel again. Like, do they go for me? Do they go after Vince or Moonlight? I don't know what they do. So I kind of have to wait and see for that, but at the same time, I don't want to. I kind of just want to like control my own fate. I know if I go with Vince, he's got me. Even though we don't talk a whole lot. Like I talk more to Snowy, but Vince, I just think there's something about him I can trust him more. Because he's made it very clear that he does not want to take Snowy and Craig like down far in the game. And he was honest with me about that. I can respect that. So yeah, my mind is a bit all over the place, but point being, I want to get in lines. Me, Vince, Moonlight. And if I do that, I'm technically in an alliance with everyone in my tribe. So does that mean I'm in the middle? Does that mean I get the power? Do I get to decide? I don't know. Honestly, I think overall though, I don't think I'm in too big of a I don't think I'm in too bad of a position to be voted out. I know coming up with this tribal, I don't have to vote. I'm not telling them I don't have to vote because that'd be kind of stupid. But I know Chase is voting me, which makes sense. I mean, it's the easiest lie people can tell Chase that like, oh, yeah, let's just go after the one guy that's not on our tribe. So, you know, he's a good person. Sucks to suck. That's how it works. It's the easiest lie to tell him. It makes sense. I don't really care. The people said that I could, but that just me getting angry doesn't do much. Also, I'm not really angry about that. It's just smart gameplay, I think. It does make conversations like awkward with Chase though. Like we have not talked game at all this entire like season. And we probably won't until tribal council. So that's fun. Yeah, that's it though. It's wraps. Hopefully, it was a lot of ideas everywhere, but hopefully you got a good gist of my game just from this video. And yeah, peace out.
So yeah, even with a original 5-1 split between tribes, James did his social game and he really worked to get that in there. And unfortunately, our boy Chase got blindsided with a unanimous vote against him. He was sent to the island of the dead. He has some final words for you. The first island of the dead to actually give me their final words. But he has some final words for you, and then we will see you in the next one. Bye!
Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty pissed off tonight. This, quite frankly, felt like a bunch of BS, and I'm not gonna lie. I'm only recording this because I was asked to. And Sage is a good guy, so. You people, how do I do this? Well, for starters, you've ruined my night. I had a good day today. I don't know where you want me to go with this. I didn't realize I was playing with a bunch of bitches, but here we are. Didn't realize we were playing a game where our real life means of paying our bills is going to cause this much problems. And I hope that's not the case. I hope y'all were just really, really connected with James, and that was the selling point. I hope that was the case, because if it wasn't, you people are, yeah. Be grateful. Be grateful I didn't record this a couple hours ago, or otherwise I probably would have said a few things that I may regret later. And I've already started, my mood has already started affecting people I care about around me, because I don't know if y'all know this, but I'm very competitive, and when I feel like I've been cheated, it makes part of me snap. And I've been containing that for the past couple hours. You best believe that I will be taking advantage of every opportunity I have to try and screw you over. Because if I can't win, then I'll be damned if I let you bitches do that. I did have an idol shard from the grid. I don't know if I'd mentioned that in a previous confessional. But I did have one, and upon being voted out, I have willed it to Rosie. Rosie, I'm sorry we never got to battle it out like old times. I was really looking forward to it. But that's not gonna happen. And if I can't win, I hope you do. Take care.
See you later.